There's different combinations that you could possibly use.
And are any of these guys multiple inning guys?
I think the longest that they could possibly go is maybe 2. That's it.
Yeah.
But okay, fine. I used the wrong choice of words, so they're not long.
Holy Christmas, man.
Sorry, I can't talk today either for some reason. But
it's contagious.
Yeah, I know. Sorry about that. But yeah, these guys are interesting, and I see basically back of the bullpen guys, not long relief, so I'll change that right now. So back of the bullpen guys, and you know what? I think the Angels are falling out of it. I really do think they're falling out of it.
They definitely are.
They're falling behind the Mariners. Obviously, they're going to be behind the Astros. They're going to be sellers.
They're behind the Athletics right now.
That too. So yeah, they are going to be sellers. I think if you trade these guys, you might get maybe low-level prospects, maybe Double-A, some guys that aren't ready yet.
Oh, I'll go higher than that. I'll say that they could get top 10 guys for this. These guys are closers. Blake Parker's a closer. Justin Anderson is a rookie and a potential closer. Cam Bedrosian, you can get away with him being a closer. I really think the teams that are desperate for bullpen help, like the Astros, would give up an arm and a leg for these guys. I mean, just thinking about the Astros specifically, not Kyle Tucker, not Forrest Whitley. I'm not familiar with their system that much, but certainly top 10 guys. I could see teams giving the Angels for these guys. They are fantastic relievers. You're listening to Beyond the Game on the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC. We are live twice a week, Tuesdays at 5 p.m. and Fridays at 3 p.m. I am Jacob Volk. Sitting across from me, Eric Fischetti and Matt Charkowick. Number to call if you have something on your mind is 516-572-7440. So the first half of the MLB season is in the books. With that in mind, we're going to recap it right now. I'll introduce some topics, go around the room, and we'll make our picks. Sound good, guys?
Let's do it.
All right. So we will start with best division. Eric, what do you think the best division has been in baseball?
Well, to me, I think the best division in baseball, which I think it will be for a very long time if these teams, keep going at it like they already are, is the American League East.
Okay.
You've got 2 potential World Series champions in that division in terms of the Boston Red Sox and New York Yankees. They go at it all the time. The Red Sox can't seem to lose right now, and the Yankees are probably going to win over 100 games, maybe even playing the wild card. That's astounding to me.
That's scary is what it is. As a Yankee fan, that scares
me.
Yeah, that's why Carlos Martinez trade makes so much sense. Just going back to that for a second, a rotation of Luis Severino, Carlos Martinez, and CC Sabathia, that can win a World Series. The way the Yankee rotation is right now, it cannot win a World Series. You need someone like Carlos Martinez. If you can't get him, Tyson Ross makes a ton of sense. But we do have a caller on the line. Caller, you're on Beyond the Game.
Hey, this is Alex. What's going on, guys?
Nothing much, Alex. This is the Alex that used to be on this show, right?
No, I'm actually Alex that actually knows Matt.
Oh.
Hey, buddy. How's it going?
My apologies.
What's going on?
I'm sorry. You sound like this guy, Alex Playtest, who used to be on this show a lot. I do apologize about that, buddy. Where are you calling from?
I'm actually calling from Queens.
From Queens. Okay, Alex from Queens. I like that. What's on your mind, buddy?
Well, I actually wanted to talk about, the trade deals. I just, have a theory, for the Mets. What if they trade out Reyes for, someone else? I know that he's mentoring Rosario right now, but what if, after he mentors him, then what's going to happen with Reyes after?
I'm sorry. You want the Mets to do what? I lost you.
Trade Reyes, for
You wouldn't get anything for Reyes.
Yeah, but we all know this. Reyes has had his time, and we just need to know, all right, when is his time, actually up?
Well, it's up right now. Granted, Callaway is still playing him, but you wouldn't get anything for Reyes. If you traded him, you'd get a bag of baseballs. That's not how you get rid of Reyes. You get rid of Reyes by just cutting him. No team would give up anything of value for Jose Reyes. I think your point is you want to see the young guns play more. You want to see Abed Rosario play more. You may want to see someone like Jeff McNeil play more, who's doing pretty well in Vegas. Is that your point, Alex?
Yeah, because the thing with the Mets is, look at David Wright. They had him for, 7 years, and they didn't get rid of him, they eventually...
Don't get me started on David Wright still being on this team.
Well, they can't get rid of him either.
Yeah, I know. They can't. We're locked into him for at least in 2 years?
Yeah,
3 years?
It's something like that. That's the issue with baseball contracts. They're all guaranteed. The next CBA, the owners are going to push to not have guaranteed contracts anymore. The Players Association will not go for that, but they're going to push for it. You watch.
Yeah.
All right, Alex, thanks for the call, buddy.
Thanks for calling in, buddy.
Got it.
All right, Alex from Queens. I like that. Sorry about that. Didn't he sound like Alex Playtez?
A little bit. I heard it a little bit.
All right, I feel a lot better now. Matt, what do you think the best division has been in baseball?
Same with Eric. I agree. The AL East is absolutely stellar this year.
All right, no problem with that. I'm going to go with the opposite of the AL East. The NL West. They have 4 teams over 500 right now. The Dodgers, the Diamondbacks, the Rockies, and the Giants. They're all within 4 games of the division lead.
That's crazy.
They are fantastic right now. The NL West is going to be a dogfight until the end of the season. What about worst division? Eric, what do you think the worst division has been?
I gotta tell you that the worst division to me is mainly a bunch of teams that are rebuilding. They're not so good teams. And there's one team that is actually a playoff team, and they're leading the division, which is the American League Central.
I agree
with the Cleveland Indians. Every single one of those teams, other than the Indians, are just so barren of talent. They're in the middle of a rebuild right now, and I don't think they're going to be competitive for a little while. I think that's the Indians division for the next couple of years.
Every division in baseball has at least 3 teams at 500 or better, except the AL Central. They only have 1, and that's the Indians. Matt?
Same thing. You know, this season it's been definitely the past couple seasons. Even the Indians definitely have been the better team in the Central. It's a very lackluster division, in my opinion.
No question about that. The closest team to them is Minnesota Twins. They're 6 games under 500 and 7.5 games back. Indians are going to walk away with that division by at least double digits. No question about that. Eric, who do you think the best rookie has been so far?
See, now, I'm going to have 2 people here. One of them is an active player, and the other one is kind of just coming back from an injury. So the player, in my opinion, that is the best rookie is, in fact, Gleyber Torres. Because, number one, he's relatively healthy right now, and this kid is just unbelievable to me. He's going to be the second baseman of the future, and it's not even his prime position. He is swinging the bat so well. The Yankees got a gem because of Aroldis Chapman. And to make matters worse, to give the giant middle finger to the Chicago Cubs, the Yankees re-signed him back that offseason. Now the honorable,
although it did work out for the Cubs, they did get a World Series.
Yeah, of course. I'm not denying what the Cubs did. It was absolutely genius. But the honorable mention, Shohei Ohtani, because
even though he's been hurt a lot,
we haven't seen someone like this.
He's a very special player, I think, this year.
If he stays healthy, he's special.
Yes, but even so, we haven't seen anyone like this that can pitch and hit to the caliber of what he is doing.
You really don't know if he can pitch or hit. He hasn't played.
Well, because he's been injured, yes, but when healthy, like you just said, like in the beginning of the year, I know it was jumping out of the gun right away, but he was in conversation for AL MVP and Cy Young at one point.
Yeah, the discussions for AL MVP
which
was ridiculous. AL Cy Young
too early.
Was ridiculous, too. I like Ohtani a lot, and if anyone can hit and pitch, it's him. I just think it's too early to call him the best rookie in baseball, because he's barely played. Matt?
I'm going to give you one out of left field here. Sorry for the baseball pun.
Don't be sorry at all.
I like Jordan Hicks.
Okay, I like that.
I feel like, we were discussing, the Cardinals have a chance in the next, I would say, 3 or 4 years. They have a chance to really develop into a much better franchise. And I feel like Jordan Hicks is definitely a step in the right direction.
I would go even better than that for the Cardinals. I would say 2 years. They have some very special players coming up in Reyes and Hudson. You watch. I agree with you with Gleyber Torres, Eric. Fantastic player. Going to be the next Tony Lazzari. Will be better than Lazzari, probably. And I want to give an honorable mention to Sir Anthony Dominguez, the closer for the Philadelphia Phillies. Let me just read his stats right now. He's 1-2 with a 1.6 ERA. And how many saves does he have? Let's see here. He has 9 saves right now, but that's just because he hasn't been closer for too long. They spread it out early on. I forgot who their closer was, but he laid an egg. Then they spread it out. They didn't want to give the rookie that responsibility right away. But Dominguez, in a limited time, to only have 9 saves is really, really something. You're listening to Beyond the Game on the Voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC. We are live twice a week, Tuesdays at 5 p.m. and Fridays at 3 p.m. I am Jacob Volk. Sitting across from me, Eric Fischetti and Matt Charkowick. Number to call if you have something on your mind is 516-572-7372. 440. And we're doing a first half recap right now in baseball. Eric, who do you think the worst rookie has been in baseball?
I'm going to go to the Kansas City Royals pitcher Eric Skoglund. He's 1-5.
Ooh, he's having a horrible year.
He's 1-5 with the 6.7 ERA. Although nothing is really going right for the Kansas City Royals, they are in rebuild mode, and they're probably going to trade Mike Moustakas in the upcoming week or so. There's just nothing going right for them, and for some reason Salvador Perez is an all-star. I don't even understand it, but you know what? You got to have somebody.
Because Ramos got hurt.
Yeah, I know, and you also got to have somebody, and I understand that. But yeah, Eric Skoglund is having an awful year.
Oh, definitely. Matt?
Same here. Skoglund definitely has been, out of all this year's rookies, I feel Skoglund has been the most disappointing.
All right, I'm going to go kind of different here. I'll go with Lewis Brinson of the Miami Marlins. The Marlins looked at him as a foundational piece, but he is hitting 186 right now. He has no power whatsoever, only 10 home runs. That is nothing. He's not driving people in, only 30 RBIs. Again, the 186 average just jumps out at you as being horrendously bad. Marlins need to move on from Lewis Brinson ASAP.
They also need to move on from Florida, too.
Yes, they do. Definitely. No question about that. What about most disappointing player?
I'm going to stay a little bit relatively local. By local, I mean I'm going to stay in the same division as my favorite team. I'm going to go with the Baltimore Orioles, Chris Davis.
I agree with you 100%.
Not only did we think that the Orioles would be better than what they're playing, they got the names. They got Machado, they got Trumbo, they got Chris Davis, they got Adam Jones. Nothing is going right for them. Chris Davis is an absolute disappointment. At one time, he was batting under the Mendoza line. I think at like 190.
He's still hitting under the Mendoza line.
It's insanity.
He's hitting 158 right now.
It's insanity.
He is having a historically bad year. They would kill for Stephen Drew right about now. And I think Nick wanted Buck Showalter to be the next GM of the Mets.
No, please.
That might have been one of the dumbest things I've ever heard said on the show. Gee whiz. Matt?
Now, you guys may or may not agree with me on this one, but I am not too fond of Tanaka this season.
Tanaka?
I'm not. For me, he's been a very lackluster guy. Well, not the most disappointing, but for me personally, out of every team that's out there this season, that I feel, for me personally, on that whole Yankees roster, Tanaka's the most lackluster.
Not Sonny Gray?
Not Herman? Oh my gosh!
Look, I admire you being bold in that, but I completely disagree.
I said you guys can agree or disagree.
All right, look,
that's just me.
Is Tanaka ever going to be an all-star again for the Yankees? Probably not. I'm not going to say definitively no. Probably not. Did the Yankees expect him to be a really good third starter this year? Yes. Is he part of the reason why the Yankees desperately need rotation help? Yes, but he is going to be a big part of their playoff rotation. The Yankees are winning with him. He's 7-2. He's Ivan Nova. The Yankees always won when Nova pitched. It's the same thing with Tanaka.
And look at what he's doing on Pittsburgh, too, Ivan Nova.
Yeah, exactly. I like Tanaka a lot. I'm going to disagree with you there, Matt. Eric, I kind of like what you said about Chris Davis, but I want to give someone else, Dexter Fowler of the St. Louis Cardinals, hitting under 200. He only has 3 stolen bases. When you think of Dexter Fowler,
fast.
You think of speed, and to only have 3 steals is ridiculous. Only 7 home runs, 26 RBIs. He's hitting 176.
Do you think jumping from the Cubs to the Cardinals hurt him?
Yes. Definitely. The thing with Fowler was he was paid off of the magical season in 2016, and he was never that kind of player beforehand. Yes, he was good with the Rockies, but he was never great. He's massively overpaid. That's why I really think the Cardinals would look at someone like Clint Frazier, who can help them right away in the outfield. I'll tell you, an outfield of Marcell Ozuna, Harrison Bader, and Clint Frazier, that's a damn good outfield.
I'm only hesitant to give up Clint Frazier if I'm the Yankees because...
Listen, I want to keep Clint Frazier. Clint Frazier is a future outfielder for the Yankees right now. But you need to give to get. And Carlos Martinez is a future number 2 starter for the Yankees. And that is a huge hole that the Yankees will have to fill this coming offseason. Obviously, it's too early to look at the coming offseason. We still got half of the season left to play. But you got to give to get. I would certainly give up Clint Frazier in a deal. I know you don't want to. It's a tough pill to swallow.
It is a tough pill to swallow. I like what he does in the field.
You got to do it.
And at the plate, too.
What about most surprising player?
I got my number 1 guy and then an honorable mention. The most surprising player. There was a point earlier in the season where we thought he was going to get bought out. Matt Kemp, an all-star this year for the Los Angeles Dodgers.
What a year.
He's hitting 310.
Where the
My
hell did he come
goodness.
from? I don't even think he ever wanted to leave LA to begin with, but my honorable mention